Wow, what it do, y'all? Welcome back to another episode. Make sure y'all hit that like button, that subscribe button, so y'all know whenever I upload, y'all be the first ones to know. But today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the Jimmy Butler trade and how it impacted the Warriors. Now let's get right into it. Jimmy Butler, he came in to this Warriors team that was semi-struggling. You know, they couldn't find the rhythm. Steph Curry, it looked like he was out of it. You know, I don't know if he was tired or, all these bodies and, things of that nature with all these defensive schemes, and it was kind of taking a toll on him. He wasn't looking like the normal Steph Curry that we was accustomed to. The beginning of the season, it was damn near a hard watch for Steph Curry because I never seen a superstar of that caliber, a player of that caliber, make it look like 20 points was so hard. Like it was hard for him to get 20. And that's crazy because we talking about Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time, the best point guard of all time in my eyes. And it's hard for him to get 20 points. Now, adding Jimmy Butler. Now, they're 5-1 with Jimmy Butler in the lineup. Could easily been 6-0 since getting traded to the Golden State Warriors. Now, the ways that Jimmy Butler is impacting the team is his defensive IQ, which you giving Steph Curry another wing player. The whole Golden State Warriors organization, not just Steph Curry. You giving the Warriors another wing who know how to win, who know how to play basketball. You get a player that know how to play off the ball, who not just gonna take away shots from Steph Curry, who not gonna hold the ball. He's a winning player. We seen that at every stop he's been to, he's won. Now, that don't obviously mean he won a championship, but every place he went to, he kind of got like the Chris Paul effect. He made the team better. When he went to Philly playoffs, he went to the Timberwolves playoffs. He went to the Miami Heat. He carried them to finals when they shouldn't even been there. So we know what Jimmy Butler represents, and he came to the Warriors doing the same thing. Now, last night they played against the Orlando Magic, which he didn't have the best box score numbers, but his handprints were still over the game, impacting the game, deflection, steals. It just hit defensive IQ, pairing that with Draymond over there. It's kind of doing wonders. You seeing the team ramp up, and you kind of seeing what the Warriors look like now that Steph Curry got a secondary start, a legitimate secondary start. Not no damn pods, not no disrespect to Mo, because I love Mo. Mo, he from the city. We from the same city, so I would never disrespect Moses like that, but not Moses, not Draymond. You actually got a legitimate start, a legitimate secondary start in Jimmy Butler, who you can go out there and trust, and who can probably go out there and get you 23, 24, 25 points a game. 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He can do it all. And he don't take away from what Steph Curry trying to do. Jimmy Butler has been a positive impact on the Golden State Warriors. For one, he adds a dynamic that the Warriors desperately been needing. We obviously know that Steph Curry, they like to shoot a lot of jumpers and threes and things like that of that nature. But now you add a player like Jimmy Butler who can be able to slow the tempo down, who can be able to slow the game down, especially in playing the half court. Somebody who can be able to get to the free throw line and get easy points like that. That's what the Warriors desperately been needing. They were one of the worst teams that get into the free throw line. One of the worst teams, I want to say one of the worst teams at free throw percentage. With Jimmy Butler coming here, I'm not saying he's the sole purpose, but I'm saying he opened a lot of things up for a lot of guys. With Jimmy Butler being out there, I think his first game he had like 12 free throw attempts, 12, 13, 14 free throw attempts. Something that the Golden State Warriors been missing. Something that the Golden State Warriors desperately been needing. With Jimmy Butler, the Warriors are definitely a legitimate threat to come out the Western Conference. I'm not saying that they can win the Western Conference, but they definitely a threat. With the right matchup, hey, them guys are dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you. Because now you still have Jonathan Kuminga coming back, who can also put pressure on the rim, who also been playing at a high level, who been shooting the 3 ball kind of effectively and efficiently this season. He been doing a lot better with his shot making and all those things. The biggest thing with Jonathan Kuminga coming back is just let's start letting the game come to him, don't force him. Kind of like Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler, when you watch the Warriors play, it's not just more so the stats, it's kind of like how he's doing it. He's not out here trying to take away shots from Steph. He's not out here trying to dribble the ball, dribble. He's out here trying to create, look for a pass, or look for opportunities to get to the free throw line to kind of slow the game down. And you will see his value more in late game situations than you will see in like blowouts and things like that. But yeah, this Warriors team, they're definitely a dangerous team. They're definitely peaking right now. I think we haven't seen the best of them because, like I said, you still have a young stud and Jonathan Kuminga coming back, who can also put pressure on the rim. Now with him, now you have a lot of wings over there. You got Draymond Green, you got Jimmy Butler, you got Moses Moody, you got J.K., and you got shooters. Obviously, you got Pods. You still got Buddy Hield, and we know what Steph represents. Now, the only concern with me about the Golden State Warriors is just that the center position. Outside of Kevon Looney, you don't really have much size and a lot of depth at their center position, and I understand that most of their championships came from winning that way. But when you have to go up against matchups like the OKC Thunder, where they got Chet Hartenstein, when you got to go up against the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, to me, I feel like that's the only team that they physically have to worry about when it comes to being a much smaller team. When you look at the landscape of the Western Conference, most of the teams, they kind of run a small ball, especially the Lakers now. Well, also in the Dallas Mavericks, you know, when AD get back, Lively and Gafford, you know, obviously you have a size differential and the size difference with them as well. But outside of those three teams, the Mavericks, the Nuggets, and the Thunder, I really feel like the Golden State Warriors can kind of match up well. And I like what Jimmy Butler, you know, he came in doing. You know, he came in and sticking to his game. I think his game is kind of complements Steph's very well because Steph is more so, you know, outside, beyond the 3-point line, beyond the free throw line, and Jimmy Butler game is a little bit, you know, underneath the free throw line. You know, which is a good dynamic because once you gotta collapse, you know, and bring all those bodies, because you don't want to just give up open lanes and open layups. That just free up all the space for Buddy Hield, for Pods, and Steph Curry. And that's what you really been seeing. The success of Jimmy Butler getting to the rim is, you know, having a good impact on everybody. And that's why I say with J.K. coming back too, that's going to be hell and hot water for a lot of teams to defend. Because you got J.K. who's athletic coming downhill right at you. You got a smart player with Jimmy Butler coming downhill at you. Then you add Steph Curry and what he can do at the perimeter, and he running around the court, and the type of offense that they play, you know, all those slip screens, all those pick and rolls. It's gonna be hard to defend with all those guys on the court at one time. I'm trying to tell you, right now the Warriors is probably I'm not saying a top 3 seed. I'm just saying Warriors are probably a top 4 threat right now in the Western Conference. You know, if they can peak at the right time, keep peaking, keep getting better. You know, I still think they got ways to go, and they still learning each other. Jimmy Butler still getting acclimated. You know, for the most part, Jimmy Butler has missed half of the season, so he's still trying to get his legs up under him. He's still trying to find his rhythm. He's still trying to find his flow. And we also know what Jimmy Butler represents come playoff time, which is dangerous. You add a playoff Jimmy with a playoff Steph with the type of championship pedigree that the Golden State Warriors possess. That is dangerous. And that's all I really got to say about the Warriors is watch out for them.